TikTok. Hope both of y'all can hear me. Oh, I ain't even turned this on. Hello, hello. Oh, shit. Hello. Hope everybody can hear me in there. YouTube. So, okay, so that's not. So if the volume ain't loud enough, y'all let me know. I'm just turn it up some. I also got this other mic on here because I'm documenting this live with TikTok. I got it on my phone, and for some odd reason I can't get to go live on my phone for some reason. I gotta figure out how to do that. Yeah, I gotta figure out connect. Why is it connected? S- connected. Okay, now so I guess. All right. So move, move. You see the cat in my way, so I guess he want to be the star of the show. Can you move, please, man? Hey, what's that? You can't see him on TikTok, but man, he's in front of the camera. I gotta move you, man. You in the way, bro. You in the way. Sorry about this. All right, so yeah, how y'all doing? Thank y'all for joining. I just wanted to give a little no, fix this. Switch back, switch back, switch back. So I got this system that I use that I purchased off the TikTok shop with podcast equipment. This is the first time I'm using both of them, so I'm hoping that y'all can hear me because it said it switched to my desktop. I get no, oh, that's what it did. It switched to my desktop, so switch back. Okay, gotcha. Switch back. Uh, hold on. Maybe I just need to let me turn my desktop off. Okay, hopefully that's well, man, you go ahead to go somewhere. Oh, it's the other one. Man, y'all. All right, so this ain't normal for me to have to go through this with these cats, man. But so this ain't normal. So it must be a good thing. I like y'all already. Yeah, I just kind of want to, thank y'all for letting me hit that 50. I hit that 50 mark, which allowed me to go live. So yesterday was my first live, but if you've seen it, it was rough. It was rough, but it was meant to be rough because it was an accident. So I couldn't figure out how to go live off of my phone. I mean, I'm going through all this stuff, and I know I should be able to, but I can't go live on my phone. So I went ahead and I said, well, let me see, because on my live it was saying you wait till you get to 50 followers before you can use the live button. I'm like, yo, I got to 57 today, so that was a good thing. I got 12 followers in a day. I appreciate that, boy. I appreciate that, boy. Cause I was gonna be like, when you're at that 45, and you need that 50, and you just sitting there, it's just dragging, it's dragging. Shoot, man, I seen that number started going up. I said, okay, okay, okay. Then when it got to I said 49, I was like, okay, it's gonna stop at 49. And then this woman, she texted me. She said, yeah, brother, I'm gonna go ahead. I want you to know I followed you. I went to your page. I'm gonna follow you. And I was like, shoot. I, I went back, man. I appreciate that, man. I said, man, you my 50th follower. Yeah, you my 50th one. I'm going live tonight. She said, okay, I'm gonna be there. So it was rough, but I got it out the way. Got that little hard part out the way. So I'm here. But I noticed that on my page, I have a pretty good con- amount of content on there, to be such a new page. But and I noticed that so this is a brand new page. I started this page. I just wanted to just go from the bottom. You know what I mean? I didn't want to use no strikes that I had on my other page when I didn't know how to work it correctly or I didn't care about working. Most of my violations were I was adding music. You can't copyright music, but if you're not worried about the monetization, you don't care about the little strikes. So I ain't use that page. I started a brand new page. I started in December. I don't remember what day in December, but in December I said, you know what? I'm gonna create me a whole new YouTube page and I'm gonna do everything correct. And I had planned on like just being here for a year. You know what I mean? Just because I was eligible for TikTok for like 3 years before I went live. I just didn't, just never went live. And then one day I was in the bed. I was like, you know what? I'm going live today. And I got up out of the bed and went live. So, but here with YouTube, I didn't expect to be able to go live this quick. You know, this is probably less than 30 days. I'm here. And then my numbers, my watch hours is growing. I appreciate y'all for that. Thank y'all very much. I see that a lot of we all aware that how the new rules or procedures that YouTube has put in effect is, man, it's blessing for small time creators or beginners or men. I enjoy that, and I appreciate all y'all who are encouraging and making them videos, and you know what I mean, providing that inspiration to let us know. Come on in, man. It's the best time to get in right now. You know what I mean? They're competing with TikTok. Shoot, they dropping the requirements. What? And so I seen that. I was like, wow. So again, I didn't come over here for monetization, but even though that I want the monetization, because the monetization over here is like, whoa, the monetization over there on TikTok, it's it is what it is. But it's a different animal, you know. They got you basically you competing really, really. You know, they got these new things because their main focus is on a thing called matches. And I'm pretty sure it was basically, you know, if two people vying against each other. I guess it's fun. I mean, I guess it could be fun, but you know, a lot of the ones that I've seen, uh, I never participated in any one just like with hopes of winning. But that was my trick to get people talking. I would go and I was like, "Yo, I ain't got no community behind me, but if you want to go a match, I'll give you one. But I gotta be able, you gotta be able to communicate. Let me ask you some questions." So it's like, okay, you know, so go in. But from the lives that I did see, I've only seen a few of them where people's actually like just really entertaining each other, having fun. Uh, some of them is just people just sitting there, especially the pretty girls. They just sit in front of the camera. Thank you, thank you, and they beating dudes who might be, you know, what I mean, performing. Actually, you know, they actually might have some type of talent, you know, what I mean? And they're performing, but their performance, you know, because I guess you know the way that a lot of dudes. I guess you know we visual creatures, so they just overlook dude. Here is dang anything showing. She don't really, and when it's not a bad thing, but a good majority of them are not as appreciative as to that dude who was, you know, putting his heart out there with his art. But, but yeah, so basically that's what they focus their attention as far as monetization on it. That's not a thing, and then the live as far as self reflection, it's not a big thing over there. I guess it's because it's not. It might be not something that sells. You know, what's selling over there is drama. You know what I mean? Conflict. You know what I mean? So it's like, so I come over here, and this is a safe place to actually learn and teach. So it's like, hey, you know, we learn by teaching, and you know, and you go to teach to get learned the same way. But I'm here, and so I guess you know, I say that to say this because my videos that I already have there, and I just don't expect you all to just start watching my videos, uh, um, because you don't even know who me as a person. I didn't realize that. I just started uploading. I just started uploading content. You know what I mean? I just started putting the videos up, uh, um, and I never thought about explaining, you know, to who you are or who I am. This guy that just putting these videos up. So I was like, okay, well, let me get back. Let me rewind. Let me do it correctly because I did put a trailer up there. But if you see my trailer, you know my trailer is not the best trailer. But I learned that's something I learned through YouTube. YouTube, I didn't even know I needed the trailer. And then I got this little my vid app, and then they just go on there. You watch this video, and it's a woman telling you how to create a trailer through Clipchamp, and then then it's already like a template. So all you gotta do is just put your pictures in there that you want, and it creates. And I still found a way to mess it up. But that's my first one. I mean, like that's not retakes and nothing. That's my first one. So and it's pretty decent for somebody who's first one. So I will work on perfecting my trailer I also just found out that I need to what they call them I think it's end caps. I think that's what it's called. Can't really remember, but Clip Champ sent me a thing telling me, "Hey man, come on over here. It's time for you to put this Clip Champ together because you got enough videos popping off. You need to have them." In. I said, "Okay, all right." So I will be learning how to do that within the next couple of days. Um, I hope I'll be able to go back to my older videos and attach it to my older videos. But so as for who I am as a person, I'm in I'm in Austin, Texas right now. I'm originally from Dallas, Texas. I had a CBD dispensary down the street in Austin. I mean, sorry, down the street in Killeen, and I actually closed those doors to come to Austin to open up a store. But I just knew um, I had I don't know what the word is, but I didn't feel like the industry that I was in fit me anymore. I had outgrown it or whatever. I don't know what the actual word was, but it wasn't for me. And I held on a little bit longer than I should. So, I got a little negative consequences out of it. But so I came to Austin, somewhere I don't know nobody. I'm talking about like I don't know nobody here. So it's just like I go somewhere, and I did that too. I was in El Paso. I went to El Paso, didn't know nobody. I just be doing that. I just go somewhere and I don't know nobody. Just oh well, I never think about that. But so I came to Austin. I've been here 3 years, but the 3 years I've been here is basically I've been in isolation. You know, and I think probably like the last 18 months of it, um, 2 years of it was probably my own doing because what like they say in the Bible, he say why does thou kick against the bricks? The pricks. Kick against the prick. Why does thou kick against the pricks? Basically like, man, why you keep doing this foolishness? But that's what I was doing because I kept getting this inclination to go live. Get out there, man. You got a story to tell. Put it out there. Help people. I didn't give it to you for no reason. So I was like, nah, I ain't going. I ain't going. Kind of remind me of that cartoon. It was a cartoon growing up where it was. I guess they were like storks or hawks or something. But it was Mama Bird, and she had all these little baby birds, and then she would try to they would force them out the nest to make them go learn on their own. And he was the only one that wouldn't go, and so she'd have to kick him out. And he was like, no, 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 I'm not gonna do it. Nah. That's how I felt. You know what I mean? That's how I felt because I was like, nah, because I mean that's not me. Me being in front of a camera is not my thing. I like to I like to be a part of something, but I like to play the wall. I don't like, I don't want my signature on it. I just like play the so I guess in the rap world, I would be the slim to the baby. That's how I was. So me getting in front of this camera was like, nah, I ain't doing that. So, but it's like I'm telling God, nah, I ain't doing that. So the longer I kicked against the pricks, the longer I stayed in isolation. And then it just going on and on. And I'm getting, I'm on YouTube. A lot of these creators because when I went through my awakening, bro. Oh, I had never experienced so much confusion in my life, yo. And I had nobody to talk to. And I know my story ain't different. I know we all have that story where we went through something, or we went through awakening. But some of y'all may have had somebody that was there that could explain it to you. I didn't. I was like, I'm like, what the hell? Nah, this can't be true. I'm scared to tell anybody because I'm like, man, they gonna think I'm crazy. So I'm like, man, I'm not sharing that story with nobody, man. And then I jumped out there one day, and I think I remember I told my dad about it. My dad said he looked at my face. My dad said, "You don't think you're going crazy?" I was after that. I said, "Nah, I know I can't tell nobody this." So now I'm going through something that I don't understand, and I can't tell nobody about it to get any type of clarification. That was like, man, I don't know how to explain that, but that was a situation. If there was a hell, that's what that was. That part where I was going through that without no, what I mean, nothing, not knowing what's going on, that was hell. So anyway, I know a lot of people talk down against him. I'm not gonna talk bad about him because he actually was that guidepost for me when I was going through this, what I was going through, and that was the boy Trinius Henderson, with called himself Trent Genius, and I don't know how it was. I came across his video one day, and it was like all these past months of chaos I've been going through, just just watching 10 minutes. I understood what was going on. I knew I had a title to it. I had a definition to it. I had a blueprint about how to get out of it. You know what I mean? Blah blah blah. And I was like, wow. I'm like, yo, this can't be true. This can't. This too good to be true. You know what I mean? I mean, not to say that you waking up, finding out. You know what I mean? Your position, your mission here on Earth, because what I mean. That's not always easy. But I'm saying, you ain't crazy. You know what I mean? You ain't crazy, and other people going through the same exact stuff. You know, and they have, and I can only imagine with how the people before the internet, yeah, before the internet, those people that went through this. I mean, I can imagine how hard it was to find somebody, somebody, that can. In your basically, what they say, you find your tribe. How difficult it was to find your tribe prior to the internet. Yeah. So I do that, but and that got me on point. But that was he was a start. He was the understanding. You know what I mean? Of what's going on after that? Once I knew and I could, there was titles to what I was going on. Now I'm like, okay, so now I'm on my path to find out each blah 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 and find out more. It's like a puzzle. A puzzle. And when you get to the puzzle, you start to realize, like, hold on, man, this this position that the Most High got me in ain't that bad. You know? Okay. Oh, these are benefits that come with that too? Okay. All right then. So you start to your courage, that fear, what I mean, it leaves. And other people can see that fear leaving. They don't like that because they operate on producing fear in you. And when they come to the point and realize, man, this ain't working on him no more, So but that's why I'm here, to give. Just like somebody gave me that light, I'm here to pass that torch on, you know what I mean, to help some other people. And we're gonna get this together. But like I said, that was my isolation. That was my awakening, my isolation. I've just my how I'm exiting my isolation is because I'm doing what I was told to do, and that was get out here. And I started out on TikTok first, and I'm glad I started on TikTok because I had no idea how rough my conversation was because I'm used to dealing with a certain demographic of people, and if those demographic, if you don't, what is the word? If you can't camouflage yourself in within them, like by manner, you know, part of that is your grammar. I mean, they look, you kind of like ostracized as a way too. So you have, and especially you might not worried about being ostracized, but you might be concerned about um, being separated from something that or somebody that you enjoy. So you fit in. So and so I wasn't aware of how bad my communication had become until I was got in front of those YouTube, I mean TikTok, and put my lives out there, and then you go back and you can look at your lives, and then I can see all the disinfluences and what disinfluences like the the ahs, the ums, the soul. Those are placeholders. Um, in a conversation, those are not necessarily like when the person is stuck, they don't know what they're talking about. A lot of times those are pauses. That's just a trick way to give yourself a pause to think about what next subject because you already, especially if you get to this point where you come here, you've created an outline. Like I'm the type of person, my outline is I leave it in my head. I don't necessarily put it on paper. I have started, what I mean, doing that because I know how that can, help out a lot. But so you coming out of it from off the head, so you putting one puzzle this, you just went over this topic, what other topic, blah, blah, blah. So you have so many, so it gets jumbled sometimes. So I noticed that me going on TikTok and then going back and watching my videos and seeing, ugh, ugh, I'm seeing how people that outside of the world or the dynamics that I was working in, where I was at, it worked. it wasn't a thing. But now when you come here, it's a different audience. Some of those are in here as well. And what I'm saying, it's not a bad thing. I'm saying that, but I have to be able to speak in a way that I can get everybody instead of just this one demo. So that was a good thing about TikTok. Because in TikTok, kind of like here, like, but it's different over there. Because over here, it's common to go into a live by yourself and nobody show up. I mean, a lot of times people prefer to be able to go into a live on YouTube and nobody be there because a lot of people when they go into the lives they want to make a certain amount of lives. They go in like this one guy he go in a live he'll speak like 8 hours. I mean he'll speak for 60 minutes and then he'll take 60 minutes and he'll dice 60 minutes into 8 minute clips. So you see 8 times 5 is 40. So 8 times 6 is 40. So he's made 6 different videos that he can put off of that 1 hour thing. So but he don't like being live when people there because then you got people asking questions, they interacting, blah 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 blah. But from those 8 minute clips, you know, he he's using 8 minutes because that's the minimum amount that you can attach for monetization. And then from those 8 minute clips, the highlights he'll make reels from, certain ones. So then he's just like, another way, mass marketing. But in TikTok, your lives, it's you can't basically go into a live. Well, I guess you could. I guess you could, but go into it live on TikTok and nobody be there and still cut it down into different stuff. Yeah, because I see a lot of guys do what people do that. Well, I don't see a lot of them, but I know one guy who's doing it successfully. Trevino, something Trevino. Um, but he does that. He makes very great little clips. He's actually one of the people too that gave me that inspiration to step on out there, man. So again, that's what I say. That's how I got here. I started making my videos. Actually have 2 different pages. Actually, I have multiple ones, but on TikTok, one of them is the one I've been going to, the one that I go on live, which is my main page. And then like I say again, I created a whole different, brand new page on TikTok with the same name as this one. I connected these two together um, because a person told me, I said, "Man, when you going, I know you want to go, you want to start, putting your purpose out on your page." Because you already passed a lot of those hurdles. You already got that 1,000 followers. You can automatically just go in and start doing things. But it's just a lot of those people they're not going to hear you because they're going to hold you to the old person you were or to the person that they are comfortable with, the person that they know. That's so you could be bringing great messages, but because it's you, they can't hear it. So you need to step away. As we said, we go back to a prophet is without honor except for his own country. Well, that's what it is. Those people they became my countrymen. Those are town folks. Those are people. So they whether they hear me for the first time and then or they went to my videos, they have this perception of me. So here I am talking about light, and they like, what? Man, he playing for your money, whatever something, about. So I went over here. Now, when you create a new page and you start from scratch, and you bring your message out, you take the risk of being, what I mean. Nobody ever gets your message. The algorithm not pushing you out or whatever. But me, I was like, if your message is sincere and halfway decent, you're gonna get out there, and it's a way to twerk it. You make sure you get out there. So I went over there. I created. At first, I only took white because at first I wanted to do an analysis. I wanted to see the people on my page that don't support, and versus the people another page and see how they support. It's the same, bro. It ain't like they better supporters or what. Because I like to say it ain't. The people are just people, man. It's past color. It's individuals. Some people they just in their heart they just don't. They hate. They hate. They don't want to support, or they don't want to see you do it. Whatever. I don't know. I can't understand the reason. I'm not gonna even try to. But it ain't got nothing to do with color. They got some. Just like they got evil. We got evil people in our ranks as well. So after I kind of got my analysis, I started opening it up. But being like when they tell you that those people who have that light, you tend to attract things, insects, but like that. So uh, I noticed that I do attract a whole bunch of witches. I get a whole bunch of witches, man. And I don't, and not to say anything bad about witches because I'm in a place where I don't feel like I know whether they doing is good or bad, and I nor do I have a concern to find out. So I just steer clear of it. But I get a whole lot of witches, man. And I thought it was with me until I heard another person talking about it. Trevino was talking about it one time, and I was like, man. So it gets to the point where, it's like, man, but that's another story. But I'm here, and what I hopefully intend to do with this page is to grow my numbers up and be able to, the end game is monetization, but I want to help somebody that is going through that same process that I went through, that awakening process. I want to be able, and I have. So that's the funny thing. So some of the my posts, I haven't really, yeah, I have. Okay, so the posts that I share here, like if you go through my catalog and you see the posts that I share here, especially the beginning posts that I share here, I share them. What is it? I cross uh, post them up on that my new TikTok page and this page, and it's amazing, and I don't take credit for it, but it's amazing when people reach back out and they in the comments and they be like, "Man, I needed to hear this today," you know. And I'm not laughing because they said it, but I'm laughing because you realize where they at in their life that they needed to hear this. You know what I mean? They couldn't hear it from nobody that was in their immediate circle, but here's this stranger out the blue just like. And then and my response is I always want to make sure that my response is not taken arrogantly, like I'm taking credit for it. So I'll be you got to find a way to tailor that response so they understand that that's the hand of the Almighty. You know what I mean? Just working through me. And so, but yeah, I get them those responses already now. Like, man, thank you. You know what I mean? Or I need to hear this or blah blah blah. And that's kind of like to me that's like brother hitting you with the dab, man. I appreciate that. So I enjoy that. And I know the bigger your page get, the more of that you get. And I can just imagine like how good a lot of the creators that I watch and that I see that how a decent good of a heart they are because they ain't let that get to their head. And I know that if I'm getting it, I know they and so and they staying grounded. They ain't taking credit for it. That's good. I appreciate that. But that's what I want to do is grow it up, get into a position where my spoken word can be the the catalyst to save somebody that was going through a point and they was like, y'all, you know what? And here I come in, they come across it, and I'll be the one to be like, hey, that's how God works. That's why I say, like, if you look at one of my catalogs, it's called Hearing from God. It's the ways, like I've never heard from God audibly, and I don't know nobody who has. They say, what his name, Paul did, but I don't know anybody that has personally. So, but I do hear God. That was a good thing about my isolation because my isolation allowed me to hear God. It refined my ability to hear God in conversations with others, whether it's in person, on the phone, internet. You know what I mean? It's like my discernment is so cold now. I mean, my discernment is so cold that I can tell about a person in the text messages, and it is funny because it's some beautiful women in here in this spiritual side, and that and we don't think it's not a religious base, so they're humans too, and so but it's some cold sisters, right? And so and I might have responded to one of their pages or something that they had commented, and they respond to my comment, and I'll be like, and I kind of like shoot my little flirty shot, and they they curve that stuff, not physically, but it's like hello, hello. I can use this right here. No, that's not it. That's not it. This is what I hear. After I respond to it, they say I don't hear no more. So I I but I know now that they was so on point back then that they can read my energy through my text and me at this point now I understand, I can do the same thing. I'm just like, man, sure. Many people think I'm stupid, it's what so I appreciate that. That was a great gift. A lot of a lot of times we look for other gifts, bigger things, blah blah blah. Only other gift I look for was wealth, you know what I mean? That's the other thing. But I got discernment. And man, when I now looking at myself now, uh, uh discernment was the best thing that could have happened to me. I'm telling you, I would have traded that at this point now. You give me an opportunity here, wealth of discernment. I'm taking that discernment. Yeah, man, that discernment. Like I say, they remove people like you. They say a lot of times you don't get your blessing because of the people that are around you, and God is kind of like protecting you. Trying to might know it ahead of time what type of people will turn into after you get your blessing, try to take and steal or whatever they have to do to get it. Um, and but you don't see it because they go by names like family, sister, brother, dad. So you in your mind, you probably already pictured, hey, if I ever got this amount of money, the first thing I'm gonna do is go buy my mama a house. Or I'm gonna go buy my daddy a this, and I'm gonna buy my sister this, and blah, blah, and that's how you thinking, not knowing that some people don't think the same way that you do, and they say a lot of times when they say God hear conversations about you that you don't that you haven't heard so it's a protection. But when you go through that isolation and you start looking and you be like, and then when you look and you like, nah, not her, not him. I know not him. That's my dog. And then the hard reality, the hard truth is presented to you and you be like and you realize, yeah, your dog, your listener is just like that. And so I appreciate that gift of discernment. I can just, man, it's so funny, man. And then at first I used to be I was so, I used to was cocky with it, but I wasn't mean to be cocky. I was just like, man, you think I'm stupid? You gonna tell me this whole lame stuff to my face? You know what I mean? And so when the people be seeing and I cross them up. I'm like, man, hold up, listen. Basically, I was calling them on it. I was calling them on what they were saying or what they was whatever. I was calling them on it, and a lot of times when you call people on their stuff, it causes friction. Or it may cause an argument or whatever. But you're like, so because you're right. But then when you start getting on, it's just like, man, I just like, so I just laugh. I laugh. I don't laugh at them, but I be laughing so hard. You know what I mean? So what's the name that they realize like the gig is up? You know what I mean? He know, but I'm respectful about it. You know what I mean? But I be knowing I have to let them I know. Because if you don't let them, they're gonna try it again. So they're gonna try it again anyway, but they're gonna try it again the same way. But yeah, so that was my gift. My isolation is discernment. And yeah, I'm enjoying that. But that is my goal. What else about the page? The name, basically how I came up with my name. My name is Martin, um, and then it's like chosen. Everybody, And so when people like a guy to say chosen, like what I mean, what does like the it's because it's become such a trendy word is chosen one, and I mean, like, it's cool to be a chosen one, because really, in all actuality, this like, it ain't for everybody. I don't say that as being tough, but I'm like, man, because there's some weird stuff going on. Some people basically out of here. Mine and true. So it's not nothing that I would have picked. Put it like that. I can't believe because they say that we get this role because you know we decided to take this role. Okay, I must have been high that day in heaven. I had to be, what I mean, to pick this. Yeah, to pick this. So, but I don't mean it in that term that uh trendy or popular thing. I mean, when it chose it, like I've been called. I've been called to do something, and we all have been called, but a lot of us don't answer the calls. It took me a long time to answer the call. When I'm looking at TikTok now, and I'm seeing like 18, I'm seeing 18-year old. I don't know who that is. So I'm seeing 18-year-old, 19-year-old, 20-year-old that are conscious, that are woke. I'm like, whoa. At first I was like, man, I'm slow. But then I realized that, through what's saying now, it's at different people because of different call, whatever calling that they have or that they answered, um, it, they may have needed to, what I mean, their purpose is a lot sooner, and they might burn out, what I mean, because they established their calling at a younger age, and then get to live the rest of them, what I mean, smoother or vice versa. So when you choose that call, you choose to accept it. That's your time, But then you can't lose it too. Well, you can't lose your calling, but you can lose. What I learned is that you can lose your protection. You know, you can't lose, the gift that it was given to you, but you can lose that protection. That protection is when you go back, say, "No weapon formed against me shall prosper." That's my enemy because once you go, it's chosen. Like when I'm, what I mean, now because I'm aware that some people that will view this live haven't crossed that bridge yet. They haven't entered into that part of their life. So to them, it's mumbo jumbo. So that's why I don't really go in depth about what actually happened, what I experienced, what I've seen. So, but they may have not got there yet and seen those things. So I try to talk in a way that the seed is planted where if they do hit it, they already know where they can turn around, come back to somebody can help them. What I mean, give them that direction, or not even me, but they just know where to search for that. But what else were we gonna talk about today? I'm trying to because I had a 30-minute mark. I'm at 7 minutes, so almost 7 minutes over. But I want to make sure. Oh, the reason why I don't go in debt like that is because this is kind of like an introduction video, and this is something where like a so even though that I have a certain niche for YouTube and maybe another two TikTok page, um, I learned that at this present point in my page journey that it's I can't afford to be all the way in my niche, what I mean, because I haven't established that following count yet. So my other instead of talking about other, what I mean, things that I don't want to talk to that is I mean talk about that's like way off center from spirituality or awakening. I've been learning a lot about well, I know a lot about SEO because I have online business. I sell electric scooters, electric bicycles, food trucks. I basically deal with China, importing products and selling products and stuff. So I have a and I build websites. I build my own websites. And I help other people build their websites, but I build websites. So over these years, I've been learning a lot about SEO, basically search engine optimization, and those things. A lot of people know that those things where people are selling physical products, like like let's say that you got a tire shop, and when somebody's because the days of the billboards, those billboard days are over. Riding down the street, seeing billboard, blah blah. So the two most effective forms of advertising now is mobile advertising. It's like you see people with their vehicles wrapped, little things on the vehicle, and SEO, search engine optimization, which almost out the it's almost out the way, or is relevant as well too, but it's still there. And so I learned how those things work, but I also learned about content marketing, where I was marketing my products, my physical products through my post. And I would like I say doing it rough, and that's why I say I burned a lot of bridges as far as platforms, is because I was violating certain rules that you wasn't supposed to be doing. But it didn't hurt me because I wasn't using their platform for monetization. I was using their platform for free advertising, which is and it's called content marketing. Basically, when you advertise using social media and you actually having a way to put it's called content marketing. So I didn't know what it was one day, but I had to do on my LinkedIn page. He called me. He's like, "Dude, you use content marketing on LinkedIn. You're," he said, "You're bad." So, but so, but so I know a lot about those things, and basically, I know that at this time, being on YouTube, I came in at the perfect time. It's like God, well, the Most High, like He changed the rules because He knew, He was entering me over here. Because so I've learned a lot about that, and where I'm trying to help my people from TikTok, my community from TikTok. 'Cause I had like I said, I had 3,900 people on TikTok, and the goal is 1,000, 5,000, 10,000, and I was right there. And then when I got right there, it clicked to me uh, that I've always, in everything that I did in life, even as a kid, I was always that person who wanted quality over quantity. And so it's like right when I get to that 400, that 4,000 mark, it hit me. Like, yo, you got a bunch of junk on your page. And that what I mean by junk is because if you look at the analytics after I post, so my posts aren't being pushed. They're not even being pushed like they're supposed to be being pushed. And I'm like, so when your posts aren't pushed the way that they're supposed to be pushed, the first thing you do is blame TikTok. You blame such and such, this person, blah blah blah, instead of, man, what am I doing wrong? And I learned a lot of this myself. Just it just well, I didn't learn it myself. You know how we get those downloads who kind of lead us in direction. So so I'm like, man, I started going to my page, and at first I got a whole bunch of. So if you when you go to your profile page on TikTok, it shows three things. It shows following. That's how many people that you are following that aren't following you back, and then the next one is followers. Basically, how many people following you, and then after that is one called likes. But if you click on any one of those numbers, it'll introduce a new screen, and that new screen where you can take it over a little bit further and see friends, and those friends are the people that basically that you're following and they are following. Yeah, both of y'all following each other. So that makes y'all a friend. It doesn't make following, it doesn't make followers, it makes friends. And I noticed that a lot of I had a whole bunch of followers. I mean, I had a whole bunch of following. I had a nice group. According to TikTok, I had a nice amount of followers. But my friends list was like it was off. I mean, it was like way off. So I went the first thing to clean up the page. I went through my following, and all the people that are following that I'm following that aren't following me, and that could be big businesses, your family, your friends, blah blah blah. So I went all to that list, and the first thing the two said that I had to clean up was two types of people. That was people that was not giving me they wasn't investing in me. I mean, they wasn't. When I say investing, I don't necessarily mean monetary. I mean, like basically, I wasn't learning from them. I was getting not getting no knowledge from them, or the people that wasn't entertaining me. And basically, you know what that means. So after I go through that whole list, I had like 7,000 people that I was following. So I go through that list and take everybody out that's not investing in me and that's not entertaining me. And that kind of that put me down to like that took me from like 7,000 to like 5,000. So 5,000 is still a lot of people. And so after that, now I go through that page and I'm looking for people that aren't interacting like with me. So you got to go through that page. Now you're looking. I'm looking at these businesses that I chose to keep that I thought were entertaining me or were invested in me. That was I had to go through there and made it love. And so because a lot of these big businesses that you follow or these big names that you follow, let's say Cat Williams. Well, the likelihood of Cat Williams ever interacting with your page is slim to none. So is it that important to have to be following Cat Williams when if he's that important, you can go to his page? And I say that because if he can't interact with your page, that's work. He's taking up worthless space. Put it like that. So I got my followers. I got my following list down to like 200 people, and it took like 4 or 5 days to do it. It's such hard work. Then after that, I went and cleaned up my followers. I mean, the people that are following me that I ain't following. I went through there and I wanted to get rid of, you know what I mean? Look at them. And all this, what I say to, I got it down now. So I think I'm like at 444 following, basically people that I'm following, uh, that don't follow me, and then I got my friends down to like 1,400 now, which is good. And the reason why is because now my posts changed. When I would post something before, and I was getting uh 5 likes, 100 views. Now just by me offsetting me, because what happens is this is what the machine is looking at. TikTok is looking, it's saying, man, this dude got 4,000 followers, but when he posts something, only 800 of those people feel like his posts are entertaining enough to even view. So these other 3,200 people are saying he's trash. But little do you know that when I was cleaning up my follow list, some of those people haven't posted since 22. They Some of those people are dead. So you having people that they may have had that page, got locked out that page, don't know the password, so they created a new page. Like I said, you got people who died actually, and that's just their page. I found my partner on there. I thought I was about to talk to him. Come to find out he dead. Uh, um, but I'm following him. He been dead 2 years. So, but you just have people that those pages are just like dead pages. They're dead pages. They're ghost pages. Ghost pages are a lot of times if somebody come in, they want to create a page, and they'll come over there. They'll put a photo up. They'll put a photo on it. Follow a bunch of people, and then just let it sit, and basically organically let people go through there, and it just what I mean build up that way. So they'll come back like every 5 months to check on it to see how many followers they got on there. A lot of times they put a picture of a real pretty girl on there, and these old hungry dudes come through and see her at this. These hungry girls, I mean, the hungry dude come out and follow, blah blah blah. So you got those pages on there. Those pages they're not interacting with you, so that's dead weight. So I got all rid of those pages, and I kept the people that was actually like interacting. There's still some strays on there that are on there that shouldn't be on there, but for the most part, I got rid of most of the trash. And so now when I post, I'm getting more interaction because the percentages are better. It's the same amount of people are interacting, but the number is different. So that makes the percentages way more. So now here it is on some of my posts, I'm getting 800. You know what I mean? I've been on TikTok for like 5 years, never got 800 less. As soon as I do that, 2 weeks after I do that, I'm hitting 600 on a regular. It's 300. Ain't no post going less. So you see that you're working well. So now what I'm doing is when I get friends, it's different. I go and view the person. It's like I'm stingy. Everybody can't just be my friend. I'm looking, but I tell like when I do my lives over there, you automatically how lives when you do a live, you're gonna get some followers over there. Here you get subscribers. But I'm telling them in my lives, hey, I give everybody a chance. I'm gonna follow you back. But be forewarned, if you are not interacting with my page, I will take my following back because if you're a friend on my page, I'm gonna I'm gonna comment. Well, I'm not gonna comment on, but I'm going to interact. I'm gonna like. Basically, you know what I mean? If you put 5 posts out there that day, I like at least one of those. And then another one I may have commented on. So it's just a process. I'm gonna do that. Not all your posts, but that's all I require. And then, but I tell them, man, if you're not interacting with my page, like I'm interacting with your page, I'm gonna take my friend back because you're just a viewer. You just want to see. But if you want to see, that's cool. You don't have to be my friend to see. My friend is for people that are gonna actually, what I mean, interact with me. But I don't want to make that same mistake over here on YouTube because I know how hard it was for me to clean up on TikTok. That so on YouTube, I'm glad. So I'm kind of glad like I didn't come to YouTube before because I would have made that mistake. I would have just take subscribers, subscribers, people that ain't gonna do me no good, but weigh me down. So that was a good thing. I'm building my page correctly, going through the process. I found out how to watch hours, how to get my watch hours up. So I found out a lot of stuff in a very amount of short time. Thanks to a lot of people that are opening up and showing me and giving me the way. Some of this I figured out through TikTok, and I'm taking some of the strategies I use in TikTok, bring them over here, and also I'm able to take my what's and crazy is that I can have a big old page of content because I found out how to transfer my TikTok content over Facebook. Man, I got years of TikTok content, so shorts. Oh man, I can never run out. I can do a short. I can do a short every day. Yeah, I can do a short every day. So, but I'm bringing that over there, and I'm trying to get other people from TikTok. I mean, to understand the same thing. So, but you have two platforms, and then you can judge from because you can go live on multiple platforms at the same time. I tried to hook the app up today, and I was in a rush. I didn't see how to do it correctly. I was one. I think it was called Small Talk. I can't remember the name of it right now, but I was hooking that app up. I already got all my other sites merged in there. I just gotta, you gotta pay a little fee to do all sites. You can get it for free, but if you want to do all multiple sites at one time, you gotta pay. So, it's man, I'm telling, come on over here, man, because if we can take if you can take 10% of your TikTok audience to get them to come over here and just subscribe to your page, man, you come to the door monetize. Man, I tell you, you come to the door monetize. Or and the TikTok, the YouTube money is totally different than the TikTok money. Totally different. Totally different. So if any people over there on TikTok still watching, hey man, come on over. But yeah, I'm great. I thank y'all. Just like I said, I didn't want to go in depth to anything. I just wanted to be able to give you all a little clip of who I am, the person that's providing this information to you, these downloads. I can also like say if anybody that's hearing this and in TikTok and want to come over here, I got some games for you. I can show you how to do this real easy, get you going real easy. Long as you can read. Um, I can get you over here. You can't think of a script to come up with. You may have an idea. You want to do an idea. You want to talk about the shoes that you like, but you don't know how to come up. I can I can come up. I can show you how to come up with a dialogue for that. And I'm gonna show you. I ain't gonna do it for you. I'm gonna show because if I do it for you, I'm gonna charge you. But I can show you how to do it. Your idea. Or you know what? If you don't want to do it, you can say, "Hey man, I'm trying to do." Now I can't. The most I can give you is up to a 7 minute video. A document for up to 7 minutes of what you want to do, but what you want to talk about, basically. So right now, but otherwise, I can show you how to do it. But yeah, it ain't gonna cost you nothing with me, but a subscription. And the subscriptions are free over here. They don't cost over here. That's a subscriber. But yeah, so that's my goal. This is who I am, Martin. We're gonna grow together. Yeah, yeah. Keep meeting you, creators, giving me this information, and I'm gonna pass it on. I'm gonna help somebody else, just like y'all help me. I'm gonna help somebody else. And I'm a special shout out. So about let me give you a little thing I wrote here about some of the things that we will be talking about on this page. Uh, Basically, I already told you how Martin shows it too, which is that's my name. But we already know about awakening, spirituality. When I say spirituality, I'm not talking about religion. We're not talking about anything specific. I don't knock what you choose to believe. We were all at some point in life somewhere together on the same road. So on your journey. So I don't know where you're at in your journey, but that's for you. I'm not here to tell you whatever you serve is wrong. But I don't I don't get mad at me now because I'm gonna tell you I don't celebrate holidays. None of those days. None of those days that we celebrate now. There are some holidays that I do need to learn about. The ones that we were supposed to maintain, but the ones I'm not gonna be talking about none of that. Consciousness, basically, consciousness basically goes to the point about understanding where you are in your journey. Lives. That's why I will be doing a lot. I think I'm gonna be doing a lot more lives here than I ever will do on TikTok because the live, like I said, the live is different here. I like the way the lives are set up here. It's not strange here to have a live to be talking and you get your viewers later. So you get your viewers on the back end. You don't get you might not get the viewers doing the live, but you get your viewers when you chop it up. So that's kind of common over here because it's the same. It's the same thing as people recording, they post and uploading them. It's just the live is for a person to get in the habit of training yourself for public speaking. So you don't really, as a small, especially as a small creator, you don't really expect people to be in your lives in the beginning stages. They don't know who you are. They're gonna learn who you are based on those clips that you break down of your lives. So, so so that is my authenticity. Authenticity is way. It basically is, learning how to be your true self. Quit trying to fit in. Uh, and that was another thing about why I said the other page, because it's like you gotta start this other page because you don't want to that feedback from them people that used to know you to stop you from giving it your true self. You don't want to hold back. So when you start out new and you're getting all new, by the time that those people find you, you already have they already see that there's people right there that are already paying attention to you. So they're like, huh, what they paying attention to him for? I better go pay. I know him longer than them. I gotta go pay attention to him. But they wouldn't have paid attention to you until they seen somebody else started paying attention to you. So that's another way to why I say just start from the ground and come up with a whole new group, whole new true force. Because the people that you hear that are hearing, you're not you're hearing people that are hearing you are people that are ready to hear you. The people that know you, they may be ready to hear, they just ain't ready to hear it from you. All right. We will be talking about self discovery. Basically, that's all it is about. Understanding your awakening. Um, your tribe. That's the term they find when they say tribe. I don't know if y'all are familiar with that, but saying finding your tribe is finding the like minded people. Like, well, I was able to find some people who were going through my spiritual awakening. Now that might not have been my final tribe, but at that season, that was my tribe because that's where, at that point, that's where the universe took me to get my milk or my opening. Your higher self. I want to talk about higher self because I try to stay away from the word God. For one, nobody really knows. Nobody that I know has really talked to God, and God told him, "This is my name God, or my name is this." The only person I know that got that far was uh what was that boy that took him out the promised land? Moses. And at that point, he said, "I am." His name was the Great I Am. So I try to address him as I am. As mostly, if I can't get I am, I do. I will say the Most High, the universe. But me saying it, me calling the Most High by those names is at no um, way trying to tell you that it's not who you choose to call him. Because I could share some things which I'm pretty sure we all could share about some of the names that people address the Most High about now. Was at one time pagan names and for pagan worship, but we're not gonna get into that. Your personal growth. I'm here because I'm getting personal growth at the same time. But the easiest way for people to learn things is to share what they learn. So by when people teach me, we can kind of like indoctrinate it or assess it more by when we teach somebody else by what we learn. So that's my intention is to do that because that's not just for you, that's for me too. I grow by being able to teach what I just learned. uh, your inspiration. I want to be your inspiration, and you all be my inspiration. But my goal is to be your inspiration, and not saying that I got it all. But I'm saying for certain things, I got it. You know what I mean? Whether you need somebody to inspire you to create a page, you need somebody to inspire you to go ahead and start that business. You might not know how to start a business, and you need just somebody who can give you some basics. Yeah, I can get you started. I'm not gonna do it for you. If I do it for you, that's when I want to be paid. And a lot of times I don't have time to do that. So, but I will, give you the game because it was given to me. What else we got? We got motivation. That's basically, kind of falling in line with most inspiration. Then transformation, your new age. Now, I don't know what new age uh, is in totality. I know what it is when people talk about new age, um, and I don't really think that the new age people think of it the same way that other people think about it. I think that that's just a title that was attached to it. And but when I say new age, it's not something that's new to to the world. It may be new to a group of individuals, because there's been people who have been waking for years. And when you become through awakening, you see things differently. And so that is a new age. You know, that is a new age when you're able to unplug from the matrix. Basically, what it is when you unplug from the matrix and you see what it is as opposed to what it was. Yeah, it's new. It's real new. My lips is dry, y'all. I learned to keep this on there. I, I had a one of my TikTok lives. It was like a 4 hour live. Hold on, TikTok is making me show that I'm human. I'm still. I'm not there. Do it. Got it. All right. Yeah, I had a live on TikTok, and my Vaseline for my lips was upstairs. My chapstick. Man, I had a 3 hour live. Man, I was boy. I got up so one time I went and put some virgin olive oil on my lips. I don't know, my lips got so dry. So now I know how to keep that down, leave that down here. You never know when I'm gonna need that. Okay. So I know you might be looking at this little setup I got right here today. It's I actually got this out of the TikTok shop. I bought this for the little sound effects. That's what was that? Cheer. That reminds me of that little John. I wish there was another button with okay. Okay. But what I use this for is because again, when I tell you when you go through those matches on on TikTok, and you got people who don't speak English, and they wanna like I'm like, nah, you don't speak English, you can't help me, but they don't want to disconnect, so I'll hit them with, and I just keep hitting them with these different notes until they disconnect. Okay, so then this one is like crow. That's laughter. This is supposed to be a song, and this one sounds more like a song to me. I don't know. I wonder if well, I don't know if so. I don't know if y'all can hear this in the recording. I noticed that some of my lives commercials I did for TikTok, it wasn't in the commercial, so it kind of made me look kind of crazy. But if in case it's not playing through, I just want y'all to know that I'm playing different songs. I mean, different sound effects from this. You can't even see it. So this is called a sound card. This is what controls this mic setup. So but that's what that is. It makes a different noise, and then that was supposed to be a kiss. That was his awesome. That's the gunshots, of course, and that's me. Then it goes, and you change your voice. This is supposed to be a female voice, but to me, it just sounds like somebody's nasal.
This one is a male voice. You can tell by the deep voice.
This one says Lolly voice, but I imagine it's supposed to be a baby voice. And this next one is the monster voice. This is another way I get people off.
So how y'all doing today? And then I can put the echo in it.
But yeah, so you can go to my TikTok shop. You can go to TikTok shop and get them all, but you can go to your future one or electric gears. I mean, sorry, green gears electric bike, and you can get it off my shop. And say, hey man, I supported you. Like, I appreciate that. But And then I have this little mic right here, which is it's another product that I sell at my shop. But I got it connected to my other phone because on my other phone, little do y'all know, I shared it with the TikTok people because I had to go on them first. But I'm on both lives at the same time. I'm on TikTok live. Well, I'm documenting my YouTube live with my TikTok live. So yeah, double live around and joke, playing. All right. So um, now that metaphysics, spiritual journey, enlightenment, all these are things that we will be addressing on this page together. As I learn, you learn. As you learn, I learn. I learn. Iron sharpens iron. I appreciate you all coming here, man. For real, for real. You know how happy I am to be. I don't know why. I don't know if I was this happy to go live on TikTok. Uh, I don't know. I don't think so. But man, what? I'm happy to go live on YouTube because I guess it's because like TikTok has become my source of information now, but what I haven't shared with you all yet, what y'all get is like I was in prison. I was in prison for 23 years. I've been out of prison 7 years now. November 22nd made 7 years that I've been out of prison. I was in federal prison for drug crimes, and so I was man. I've been all no all states I have people. So if y'all have an OG that was in, a big man in your city, it's a very good chance that I know it. But yeah, I've been here, uh, uh, and so I said it says I got to meet and a lot of very important people and got a lot of information shared, especially about business. That's why when I got out, I tell everybody looking at me like, "What? How you know how to do all this?" And I got it for free. People pay to go and get this, or get some of this. So I got it for free. And well, I didn't get it for free. I had to, be willing to learn. Listen. But so this this is a good thing. This is a good thing. This has actually helped me from hitting those streets. So I resisted it. I don't feel as nervous going live here. I'm still nervous. I can kind of tell. I'm listening to my as I talk. It's a good thing about these earphones is that it kind of forces me to kind of hear. But I'm not as nervous as I was before, and I don't know if it's because TikTok took that edge off of it, that some of that is, or it's just I'm where I'm supposed to be now. Took work to get here, but I'm here. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. But we family now. Oh, so the reason why this video is so important, and for me not to go and talk about certain specifics to scare people away, is because there is a way that I've been taught how to help you get your watch hours up, and your watch hour, and it's a process called going through a loop. And any new incoming people who don't know about this, who are concerned about this, because I'm telling you, especially if you have, a substantial amount of following on TikTok, you can use probably a fourth of that to get here and what I mean and get you started. Well, I'm talking about automatic, like basically automatic monetization. Man, it's some girls on here. One girl went, one dude he was monetized in 48 hours. That's a young sister just got monetized in 7 days. So, and then you got people. I met this sister on the other day. She been here 11 years. She still ain't monetized, but she's not consistent. So, and she don't probably have a game plan. It's probably just free balling it, kind of like what I've been doing for a long time. So I just really just started focusing on. And once you focus in on it, believe me, once you focus in on it, it ain't that hard. It ain't that hard. Actually, and then I just learned what I just learned in the last couple of days. Uh, I was more concerned about my subscriber count than I was my hours, and I'm trying to figure out now. No, your subscriber count is at least your word. You got to figure out how to get the watch hours. Yeah, because you could have a whole bunch of like her. She had she had like 5,000 followers, but she didn't have the watch hours, meaning that she had 5,000 followers, but They were they wasn't giving her 4,000 hours of watch hour in a 12-month cycle, so she wasn't hitting her number to go monetize. But that means she wasn't putting up her work out there. She wasn't doing it. She wasn't doing what she wasn't even really at least. She was just like, I mean, and I'm not saying in a bad way because she has, pretty sure, she has other things she got to deal with, kids or or whatever. But she wasn't consistent, put it like that, and that's why. But I said, wow, and she responded back, but yeah, I had. She knew I looked at her numbers 'cause I seen how many people she had. Yeah, I may have the numbers, but I don't have the watch hours. And I'm like, but 11 years, sister, you ain't got you in 11 years. Come on, man. You've been BSing. You've been wasting your time. You've been wasting other people's time. That's what you've been doing. But she focused now. She ready to get on. And then again, you got this guy London. That's why they're saying that this is the best time to be on TikTok. The guy told me somebody responded to my comments because I made a video about that, and he's like, "Well, the thing I have to say about that is anytime anybody say TikTok is easy, it's because they don't know what they're doing." And then he gives me his little backstory. Um, he has 77 followers, but he been on growing his page for 2 years now. I'm like, what? You've been growing your page for 2 years, and you only got 77 followers. Now, a lot of that could be the genre he in, the niche that he's in. I don't know, but more than that, it's because of laziness, of lack of consistency. Because what what I have learned, and this is just in the last week, even with my niece, I had to switch up my game plan a little bit. You don't come to TikTok uh, with trying to basically kick the door open with your niche. You got to build a fan base up. You got to build the numbers up, and so TikTok is a platform. TikTok is a well, I guess Instagram is too. Yeah, both of them. It's a copycat form, and that's in a rough shell. They don't call it copycat, and I'm calling it copycat. But in the nutshell, because I was going on TikTok and just my yeah, I was wondering, man, how all these videos sound the same? How all these people messages the same? And then I was thinking, I'm like, man, are these people getting together? That's what I was thinking. I thought they were getting together and gaming me. You know what I mean? Like, man, how all these people talk about the same thing? And I find out it's a copycat game. They get on trends and they follow trends. What's like this person saying that it's your time, money's gonna come on, and then so the other people that are in that niche, but they look at that number. This creator, they posted this post, and this post got 400,000 followers, and just this, I mean, he got 400,000 views, and he had 5,000 followers, and because of that one post, he jumped up to 50 views. I mean, 50,000 followers. And then so what? All the other creators in that niche, they go they call it. I found my name for it is recreate. Recreate. They recreate that dude's post. So basically, whatever that he was talking about, they use what he was talking. Now they use their own words, but they're using the same inflections. Like if he was, ooh, and he was talking, they're gonna use the same inflections that that person used. You know what I mean? The same, try to mimic the light. They 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 try to mimic it all the way down to the same atmosphere that that dude was using. You know what I mean? So it's like, and I'm not saying it's a bad thing, but I'm saying I wasn't aware of that ahead of time, but I am now. So what happened now is this guy named Dante London. He um he posted and then I come to find out too. Everybody is giving him the props. Like he created this, and which I thought that was too. But the thing is, like right now, if you create a YouTube post and you title it YouTube on easy or YouTube on easy mode, uh, YouTube supporting small creators, and you don't capitalize the letters, and you're only putting three hashtags in it, and you record, and then you're talking about YouTube, within the video, they're pushing that video out there, and they pushed his video out there, and this is a creator he's been on YouTube for uh, 7 years, and he had 5,000 followers. Well, with one post, he gained he went from 5,000 to 40. So he gained 35,000 followers within 72 hours based off of one post. So he went from not being monetized to being super monetized. Okay. No, he was monetized because he had 1,000, but he wasn't getting no money. He was thinking about getting off of YouTube, blah blah. But with this one post, pushed him up there. And then so what he did was he created another post just like he created the first post because he know he ain't never had nothing has ever happened like that to him before. None of his posts. So he recreated that post with the same title and did it again, and bam, it popped off again. He did it a third time, bam. It just kept popping, and so he started telling the other creators he didn't. That's a thing when they come over here. A lot of people they hide what's hot. The other creators, I don't know. What I mean, it could be from a pessimist mindset, thinking that it's not enough money for everybody, or whatever. I don't understand that mindset, but they hide the information. He didn't do that. He came out here and told everybody, "Hey, man, you post this post, you say this, you write this, and I guarantee you go get some views." And it's been working. At first there was a little pushback, but now you see all these other creators just doing this exactly like him, you know, and they're getting, you know what I mean? They're getting views. The views is up and blah blah blah. So basically, because he made off of that one post, the first post, he made he put on 2,000 and like $2,013 for a 2 minute for a 20-minute video. 20-minute post he made $2,000. And he right now he said he's over the days because he's up to 50,000. He's over 50,000 followers now. So he made in 10 days he's multiplied his following count times 10. And like I say, he's pushing everybody. So I did make a video about that. And so the guy, he commented, he's like, "Yeah, I don't see how people it's easy mode, blah blah, blah blah." And I told him, I said, "Well, I can't speak for everybody. Why, what makes them think it's easy mode." I said, "But for me, coming from TikTok, where black content creators are 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 being sanctioned, for nothing." I post you, especially if you want to talk about history, your people or your culture, how your people are being done. You want to put information up there like that, and they punishing you. They taking your post down, or they you got to peel it, or they'll take the sound away, about whatever they doing. All these type of things. I said, but then you come over here on TikTok with that same content and it's just flying. It's going. You can teach. You can get at. I said, man, that's easy mode to me. You know what I mean? Because if you know where the black content creator goes through on TikTok, and then he come over here on YouTube, he ain't getting that. Oh, come on, man. You see how easy it is. So again, I don't know what it may not be easy to you, but it's super easy to me. It's super easy for me. Yeah, cause I've been man, TikTok will they'll they'll block your comment for. I mean, and they keep be lying. They give you this bogus reason as to why they do it, and it don't even make sense. It because it has nothing. They might say you had nudity, too much nudity in your video, and it was a video with ducks in the background. And I'm not being overboard. This is what they do to black creators, man. It's crazy. And then when you appeal it, it's like the appeal process isn't real. It is real. A lot of times you don't even get to say nothing. You just push a button, say appeal, and what they do is they, oh, we'll go back and look at it again. You don't get to say why it don't. It's wild. It's wild. So me to come over here and not have to deal with none of that, much of that again, that's a blessing in itself as well. Get away from that, man. But for the most part, that's it. I appreciate you all for sacrificing your time with me today, for me to get practice, me to get better on my skill. But I'm a lover here. I love it. I don't want to go. I want to stay here right now, but man, I know I've been here y'all up too long, so I'm gonna go ahead and get out. I know y'all got things to do. I appreciate that, bro, sis. Come on back the next time. Well, it'll be tomorrow because I'm gonna make this a habit. I'll be back tomorrow. All right, bye bye. Okay, your stream will stop immediately, and you will no longer be live.